foiling, which is the terminology that we use to help us to remember the sequence of steps that we use to multiply two binomials. So we have x plus 2 and x plus 3. We can use the term FOIL as a device to help us remember the procedure. So the F, that stands for first. And so I will be looking at the first terms in each binomial. The O stands for the outer. So I'm looking at the outermost terms. I'm looking at the x and the 3, and I will multiply those together. The I stands for the innermost terms. So those are the ones in the middle, the closest together, the innermost. And finally, the L stands for the last terms. So the second term in each binomial. In this case, the 2 and the 3 will get multiplied together. We will, at a later point, understand why this works, but for now, the FOIL will teach you the steps you need to multiply any two binomials. And so, when we multiply any two binomials using the FOIL procedure called foiling, we are going to get 4 terms that we can add together. Sometimes it creates a trinomial. So the F stands for first. So we are going to zoom in on the x's. X times x is going to give us x squared. Next, I move on to the O. I'm going to focus on the outermost terms. The x and the 3, I multiply those together to get 3x. The I leads me to the innermost terms. And so my focus is going to be on the 2 and the x. I take their product to get 2x. And finally, the L stands for last. I'm going to take the last term, or the second term in each binomial. So the 2 times the 3 is going to give me 6. And of course, you can see the middle terms, the OI, the OI, those simplify. So we would get a trinomial x squared plus 5x plus 6. That is the product when you take x plus 2 times x plus 3. And so if we were to practice that here on x plus 7 times x plus 5, your F would lead you to focus in on the x's, and you will get x squared. The O is your outermost terms, so you will focus in on the x and the 5, producing a 5x. The I is going to give you the inner terms, so you are focusing on the 7 and the x. That product is 7x. And finally, the L stands for last. So you train your eye on the 7 and the 5. You multiply those to get 35. And so this, again, simplifies to a trinomial, x squared plus 12x plus 35. Eventually, and maybe even now, you are observing some patterns, and so you might be able to find a trick and a quick way to do this foiling in your head. For now, we're going to go through the process, FOIL, and make sure that we have that right.